welcome to Harmon Garage. I'm Aaron, and if you watched the last video on the neighbor's wife, you saw that I ended with my whole shop property, my house, and everything being flooded to a point that I couldn't even access the property. Well, it is approximately 24 hours later. And you can't even tell there was ever a drop of water out here. So I'm very, very thankful for that. Thanks to everybody that kept us in their thoughts. And yeah, so just wanted to give you guys an update on that. And today, we're going back to and finishing up in this video, one way or another, the least watched truck on YouTube, Dream On. I don't know what it is. I appreciate every single one of you that is watching this video right now. And if you're not subscribed already, please do. And everybody, please leave me a comment. Please like. Tell me where you're from. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the video, in the comments. I don't care what it is. Tell me your dog's name. That's fine too. It don't matter to me. Tell me your dog's name and that you live in Bozeman, Montana. That's awesome. That's fine. Any comment helps. All the likes help, and the subscriptions and the shares definitely help too. So if you could do some of that for me, I'd really appreciate it. With that being said, like I started to say, I appreciate all you guys that are watching this video, but for some reason, if you check out the numbers on my channel, this truck right here has the least views. Every video of this truck has the least views of like any of my individual videos compared to it. I don't understand why. I'm telling you right now, I know I'm an 80s baby and this is a 90s build and I'm kind of got an old soul or whatever, but I see a picture of this truck and I want to know what it is. I want to know what's going on with it. I want to know why it's on YouTube. But apparently that's just me. So thank you guys that are watching it. I really appreciate you. Talk your friends into watching it if you could. But anyways, enough of that. We're finishing it up today. As you guys saw in the last video on this truck, if you watched it, it is running. After the last video ended, I went ahead and charged the AC because I was borrowing a gauge set from a buddy of mine and he needed it back. So I went ahead and got it charged up, so it's all charged up. In the last video, I pulled a vacuum on it. It literally sat for 3 days with a vacuum pulled on it, just because that's how it worked out. And it held 30 pounds of vacuum on the high side and the low side for 3 whole days. So I feel good about that. That means the system's all, you know, good. It's all sealed up, everything's good, which is great, which means that part is done. The wiring, I kind of routed and zip tied as I was routing it, so it stayed fairly clean. But we're gonna loom it up and clean it up a little bit. This needs to just go get hooked up on there. That's just a breather. I still got to hook up a vacuum advance on the distributor, and there's a couple more wires that I need to tie up. There's a couple things over here I need to tie up, and we got a transmission filter kit. The tranny pan gasket is leaking very bad. I'm gonna go ahead and put a pan gasket in it and new fluid. And there's a tranny cooler line up here that is leaking also. That one right down there. I'm gonna see if I can patch that. If I can't, then I'll figure out something else to do there so that it's not leaking anymore, because it's a steady drip whenever it's running. So yeah, that's kind of what I got to do. I got to put the new glove box in I got to put the glove box door back on. I've got to clean up all of my messes. I got to make sure the gauges in the cluster work because I'm eliminating the aftermarket gauges that they had in here because I don't like them. And believe it or not, for the first time in like 3 months, probably gonna take it off the jack stands after all that. So a lot of the stuff you're not gonna be able to watch me do. I don't really have a way to film doing the tranny pan gasket and stuff, which it's not that exciting anyways. But I'm thinking we'll go over what we can go over, and when we get it done, we will take it down, probably back it out of the shop, depending on what the weather's like. We might drive it around the shop and up and down the road a little bit. Hopefully it's warm. We can check and make sure the AC is working good. And then we'll send this puppy back to where it came from. So thanks for coming along for the ride. Let's get to it. All right, I got the tranny pan out. I cleaned it really good. It had a little bit of dust in the bottom, but nothing more than usual, honestly. It did have a couple dents in it, like something bounced up off the road and hit it or something, I'm assuming. So I went ahead and tapped those out. Now, it had a cork gasket, which I'm not a fan of. Some people say cork's the only way to go. I never have a lot of luck with cork. And from what I could tell, it looked like it had been tightened a decent amount of times to try to get it to stop leaking. So I bought a filter kit. We went ahead and changed the filter also because it doesn't cost much more than just the gasket. And we're changing the fluid and everything anyways, so why not? But, so, just starting a couple bolts in it so we can get it put up there and get bolts started without a lot of problems. And we'll get the rest of it going. But that's pretty much it. That's what I'm doing. I got it. Transmission side all cleaned up. I already got the gasket changed. I got this all cleaned up. Or I got the filter changed. I got this all cleaned up. Got the gasket started on it. My bolts are all right there underneath with me. So go ahead and put the pan back on. And we'll get it. We'll put some fluid in it. I'm not gonna start it to check the fluid because I got a bunch of other stuff to do, and I'll fire it up after I do everything. I did go and get some more gas for it because I only put 5 gallons in initially, and we've already ran it a decent amount just running it and checking to see if fans come on and charging the AC and all that kind of stuff. So I went and got 5 more gallons of gas because I would like to at least drive it around my property here and maybe be able to hit the gas, stop on the gas a couple times and make sure it does what it's supposed to do and doesn't just fall on its face and backfire or something. I want to make sure it has drivability before I just say, yep, it runs, and give it back. I might take it up and down the highway, it depends on the weather. We'll see. So I'm going to get the pan back on. We'll move on to the next thing. Alright. I've run the truck several times now. I've been through all the systems, make sure everything works. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up the wiring that we got up here. Just kind of tidy stuff up, make it look a little nicer. Putting some plastic loom on here, and then I'll put some tape on it. We'll run it around. Just make it look cleaner with one thing of loom running through there versus a whole bunch of wires that are just zip tied together. So it should make it look a lot better. We're like down to the nitty gritty on this thing. I'm getting pretty excited. I like this truck, and it's been interesting working on it. I mean, it has been fun, but it's also fought me like tooth and nail the whole time. So I'm excited that it's done, that it's almost done, because it's been cool to work on, but I'm also excited that it's almost done because I think it's time for her to go back home. So that's all part of it. I get these wires all dressed up and everything all across here and up in here and all that. We're gonna get it all neatened up and tidied up, and whatever word you want to use to say make it look nice. And then we'll move on to something else. There's not too many more something else's to move on to. So. Okay, I'm still over here working on the wiring, but there's stuff like around the distributor and stuff in the middle, and like some of the Holly stuff here, and like the middle of the intake and everything, and I'm having a hard time reaching it with the truck being up. I'm probably going to regret it, because when I put the truck down, then I'm going to be standing on my head, but at least I'll be able to reach this stuff. So for the first time in way too long, I'm going to take this thing, get it off the jack stands, set it back down on the ground, and because it's a nice day outside and I like the lighting better out there, I might even fire it up and back it outside. Man, that thing starts good, and it sounds good running. It does need more transmission fluid, and I don't have any more here. I bought a gallon when I bought the filter and stuff. So I'm gonna go and get more tranny fluid. The reason it popped when it first started like that is because some idiot took the vacuum cap off of the breather port on the back of the throttle body so I could hook the breather up, and haven't hooked the breather up yet. So I'm gonna do that right now. So when I come back and start it again to check tranny fluid levels, I don't run it with that breather open anymore, the vacuum port open anymore. And then I'm gonna go get some tranny fluid, and then we'll come back and see if we can't get this thing outside. All right. Went and got some transmission fluid, topped it off. See if this old girl wants to back outside. better than any other sniper I've ever done. Like, best it could be. You turn the key on, let your handheld load up, boom, fires right off. As you saw, we put it in gear, she idled back out, no problem. And she's just doing what she wants to do, and I like it. So I'm gonna continue on. We're just buttoning stuff up. Like I said, we got some wire routing to deal with, a little bit of cleanup and stuff inside, reassemble some stuff. My buddy Art is coming over he went to go check on something for me, and then he's gonna stop by. While he's here, I'm gonna see if I can get him to help me put the hood back on. And other than that, it's just little stuff here and little stuff there. So I'll show you guys some of it. I'm just gonna do some of it and get it done. And I'll keep you updated, but the main thing is we need to take this thing for a drive. So let's try to get to that point. All right, everything under the hood is buttoned up, which I will show you guys in just a minute. I drained the tank. I'm sure we talked about that 2 or 3 videos ago. And I already put 5 gallons in it. And that's what we've been running it off of. But I'm about to go take it for a test drive. And I'd really hate to run out. So I went and got 5 more gallons of the best premium I could find to drop in here. That cap always tightens itself. I'm gonna get this fuel slapped in here, and then we're gonna take it for a test drive. I still have to button up the interior stuff, but that's not going to take that long, and I'd rather test drive it when I know that I've got a little bit of daylight left, just in case. So we're going to get fuel in it, go test drive it, come back. I'll show you guys everything in the engine compartment that's all finished up and complete and done and all that jazz. Then I'll finish buttoning up the interior, and then she'll be done and ready to go back home. It's gonna be bittersweet. I love looking at this thing. It's a really nice truck, but I'll be glad to see it gone also. So 6 of one, half dozen of the other. But can't send it home without driving it first. So we're going to take it up and down the road a little bit, make sure it doesn't break up or anything, make sure the tranny shifts out like it should, and stuff like that. All right, let's go. Got the hood back on. Like I said earlier, my buddy Art was stopping by, and when he came over, we went ahead and threw the hood on. As I said, the interior is not done. Still got to mount this, still got to get rid of those gauges, still got to put that back together. I got to clean everything up. In the meantime, we're loaded and we're running. Here we go. See how it does. I'm not gonna beat on it. I'm not gonna do any burnouts. I'm not gonna do nothing like that. We're gonna very nicely drive this thing around. See how it does. Got good oil pressure, temperature doesn't get hot. Everything is good. Brakes kind of work. Transmission shifts. Accelerates without spitting and sputtering and popping and all the stuff we don't want it doing. That's good. So just gonna take it around here a little bit, kind of do some stopping by my buddy's place to pick something up, so I might see if he can film me driving by in it a little bit and stuff, and see how it goes. Afternoon. I have not started this truck. It's about 5 o'clock right now, and I haven't started this truck since about 6 o'clock yesterday evening. So it's been a full 24, 25 hours, 23 hours, whatever. But see how she does. You may have noticed in the thumbnail on this video that it said the payoff, and that's exactly what this is. Dream On is done. 100%, everything's the way it should be, the way we want it to be. All that. AC works good, motor runs good, everything is good. I'm really happy with the sniper on this one. Like I said, I've done 4 or 5 snipers before and had problems with them. This one, I hooked it up, I set it up, I hit the key, and it's fired right off, no issues, right from the get-go. Like right from the very beginning, first time I started it, it's been starting good. We took it for the test drive yesterday, ran like a big champ. Once again, it's not mine. It's a little bit too nice for me, so I didn't do any burnouts or nothing for film purposes because it's not my truck to do that with. So, and it's got expensive tires on it. So anyways, that's it. I got the interior all detailed out. That was the last major thing I had to do, but the engine bay is done. The interior is all done. The only thing I didn't do to this truck that would make it look better is clean the outside, and there's a good chance it's going back to where home is, which is a good clip away from here on an open trailer. So if I spend all the time cleaning it up, it'd just get all dirty and have to get cleaned again when it got home. So no point in rubbing on old paint too much. I'll send it back home dirty, and they can clean it up. So, but I'm gonna run through everything with you guys real quick, show it to you, and that's it for Dream On. She done. So here's the engine bay. Got all the everything back on. Hopefully the light's good enough with all the bling in there. All the wiring's tied up. I wiped down all the polished aluminum, chrome, whatever. Got all our pulleys in. Got our accessories in. Got our AC in. All our AC hoses are routed nice. We got our wiring for everything coming here. It all looks nice. And as much as I don't like shiny, I don't like chrome, I don't like polished aluminum, whatever, I do have to admit that motor looks pretty sharp. So there, I said it. You got it out of me. Here's the interior. Got our new AC vents that we installed. I detailed everything. I even got a vacuum out. Oh, missed a piece. I even got the vacuum out. Vacuumed the floor. We got our new AC vent over there. I mounted our Holley unit right here. There was dead space there. Ran the cord back through the ashtray here where it's out of the way. Here's our new switches and everything for our AC. We got this vent up here, and everything is pretty good. So I ended up putting one small gauge back down here just so he could have oil pressure reading, because I was going to make the gauges in the dash work, but this one is broken. Somebody broke it on the back. It's broken, so I couldn't hook a mechanical gauge line up to it. So I just put one small gauge that's not super noticeable. If you guys saw the earlier video, there was like a 3 gauge pod with like 3.5 inch gauges in it, and it was just too much. This looks a lot cleaner, and that's all he needs, because all you really need is oil pressure, which we have right there, and coolant temp sensor, 98 degrees. There's your temp right there. So that's all you need. Coolant temp and oil pressure. We got both. It looks super clean, and all the wires and ducting and everything's tied up under the dash neat where you can't see it. And that's gonna do it. Old Dream On is dreaming of getting on a ride and going back home. So I wiped the seats down with some leather cleaner I had, just to make sure if I got in a little bit of dirt on them while I was working on it, they were nice and clean. And yeah, I mean, it's a 90s build. It looks like a 90s build, and other than the bling and the chrome, I love this truck. It drives, I can't even get on video how it drives. This thing drives amazing. Plenty of power, handles good, the ride height is perfect, it's comfortable. I mean, this thing is like, it's everything it looks like it is and more. So thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, if you could go ahead and do that, that would be great. Hit the like button, leave me a comment. I don't care what you comment, just comment something please, it helps. share, and share, because that helps too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the good comments and prayers and everything from our flooding situation in the last video. That's all really appreciated also, and you guys are all great. You keep watching them, I'll keep making them. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be able to do this. Y'all have a good one. See you next time.